ancient Rome, in their calendar, October was the name of the 8th month of the year, octo for 8. It comes from the Latin word for 8, octo. When the Romans converted to a 12-month calendar, they tried to rename the month after a number of Roman emperors, but the name October stuck, and that's what we've got these days. Yes, indeed. In Old England, the month was called Winmanath, or perhaps Winemanath, but that means wine month, and you can understand that because it was the time when wine was made. You can imagine the grapes have been harvested, and so they've been pressed, and the wine was made and put into vats. Well, between this full moon and next full moon, we will lose about an hour of daylight time because the full moon indicated when to do so many chores, from pruning and planting to cleaning up the garden to fishing to hunting, as we pointed out, and to just prepare in general. And that's wonderful when you think of how the astronomy that surrounds us all brings us all together and puts us all into the glorious rhythm of nature.
Some of these objects, they don't have to be very big to actually cause some fairly large craters. And that has to do with what? Their velocity, their speed?
The impact force, the explosiveness, if you like, of an impact has to do with its mass times its velocity squared. So a little change in velocity. You get a second object that hits the moon just a little faster than the first, and it doesn't create just a little difference. It creates a disproportionately large amount of damage. The moon and Earth receive not terribly disparate amounts. We have more of a gravity to pull it in, but we have an atmosphere that burns it up more easily. The moon has no protection. Wham! Everything that hits the moon's surface, it remains there. And every time we see a meteor in the sky, that is burning up as it's trying to reach our surface. And that's why very few, proportionally, of the meteoroids that come in from outer space, let's call it, and go through the atmosphere, actually safely make it entirely through the atmosphere and can be picked up.
I wonder what a meteor shower would look like on the moon. They're obviously not going to be burning up because there's no atmosphere, but I did wonder whether or not you kind of see these kind of little plumes of dust.
Probably in a very intense one. Yes, there would have been 5 impacts around you every minute, and perhaps you would have seen the dust and debris being hurled up, even though there's no atmosphere to create a glowing streak in the sky the way it is here.